Hi, everyone. How are you? Lisa and Alicia here. How are you?
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday, everybody. Are we on live? Yes, we are. Oh, you know why? It's a little bit delayed. Okay, here we are. Here we are. The countdown was a little delayed. Hi, everybody. Again, Lisa here from South Florida, and Alicia is here from South Carolina.
Yes.
Right? And we are doing our weekly live on everything health, healing, and beyond. So welcome, everybody. Let's wait to see if any other people are going to join us. There we go. I like that this has words attached because on other platforms such as LinkedIn, most people don't have time to watch the videos, but if they can see the words going across, they can, because they're working. You know, they have things during their busy day and they can read the video. So today we are going to address emotions. And last year, a lot of emotions started rising. Anger and grief and fear and just not knowing what was going on and not knowing how to process any of these emotions. And as we moved into 2021, a whole other worldwide events was, in continuation of 2020 with the whole jab and masks and different things going on behind the scenes. And there's just a lot. There's a lot of division. There's a lot of bifurcation happening on the planet. And some people don't know how to really manage what they're feeling. And everything that comes up, whether it be guilt or fear or shame or especially anger, those are all normal emotions that should be processed effectively and not stuffed, because what's happening, there's more suicide and addictions, depression happening because we don't know what to do with these feelings. And it seems, if you could think of the whole world being, if I know for me, I've done a lot of shadow work. Alicia, I know you've done a lot of shadow work. And when you're in a relationship with people of a narcissistic personality, you feel controlled. You feel not good enough. You feel, what can I do to be better? I want to be a good girl. I want to be a good little boy. I don't want to do anything wrong. Just tell me what to do. And if we think of the world, what's happening now, it seems like we're being managed, micromanaged, not all of us. A lot of the population with a narcissistic relationship. And if anybody has ever been in one of those, you can, if you break it down, you can probably relate to the similar feelings that you're having with this, that you may have had as a little girl growing up with parents that are addictive or abusive or anything like that, or any kind of relationship that may have been in. It's familiar feelings. And a lot of the status quo people are falling into because it's, let me just be quiet and not say anything and be a good girl and or a good boy. Everything is going to be fine. Let me just do what I told. And you should go do this. And, don't go against the grain because we want everything to go back the way it was. And, don't say a word. And those of us who are standing out and, you'll talk about being gaslighted, those who are stepping out and telling the truths about what may be happening. Others don't like that, right? And they're feeling, there's mixed emotions on both sides of it. And their truth, if you think about going back to a narcissistic relationship, do what you're told. No, that's not what, I can never think what I'm trying to say, but it's like, it's a pink elephant in the room, right? It's just like, be quiet, what's real is going on here, but you're being fed and told that's not true, this is the way it is, this isn't true. And we lose our attachment with ourselves. We lose our attachment with our truth with God. We are being, I keep saying art, because it's not me. I mean, I've been with doing this, but I've had my shadow work done. That's why people that have followed me for the whole year and a half or whatever it is, I have not got sucked into the emotions. Right? Things do come up from the past and I'm working that through. But the outside, we're being told, don't say anything, don't stir the pot, just do what you're told. And none of this is true. None of this is true. And things that are being put out to those people who are so suppressed by fear, and the way that the immune system gets lower and things get put in a way where that's what the agenda is by lowering the fear. I mean, by raising the fear lowers the consciousness. It lowers our connection. So the control, the manipulation, and the fear come in, so we lose our power. So with that, I'm just going to open this up to you, because it's such a great connection with what is happening in the world with being in a relationship with a narcissist. It absolutely is, because, and if there's a lot of triggers, it triggers a lot of the stuff from when we were younger, all these relationships that we're not good enough, right? And a lot of anger and fear and depression, and a lot of it's coming through. So if you can just share on that a little bit.
Absolutely. And right now, you mentioned things coming up from the past with how we've been conditioned, with how we've been treated. We've been taught our entire lives to look up to and respect authority. Who gives authority? Who claims it? Like, what is authority? We think it's this thing out here, but that's just a disguise, an illusion, and a way to divide us against ourselves and not trust our own inner authority, not trust our own inner power.
Lose our sovereignty.
Exactly. And that's what happens in a narcissistic relationship. You begin to question yourself, doubt yourself. It's like, am I going freaking crazy? Because wait, I thought it was this, but now you're saying it's this. And it just creates all of this confusion, because, you know, I believe innately humans are good. We want to do good and be good. But with narcissists and in relationships that involve gaslighting, the bar keeps moving and there is no pleasing them. And it's always, you know, if you do this, then this. But then it changes, and then there's all this confusion that's created where you begin to doubt yourself and not trust your gut instincts. And that's a really painful process. And it can also be really challenging to step out of that relationship and look at it with real eyes and realize what was really going on, and how we have allowed ourselves to be swayed, be persuaded, be, you know, suggested things that were actually went against our own best interest, but it wasn't painted that way to us. So, you know, when it comes to experiences and things like this, you know, forgiving yourself for believing these lies, for being subjected or persuaded and manipulated, because that's, you know, that's what is really happening, where people aren't being encouraged to think for themselves, do research, you know, do what feels right. You're being told, do this, and then, you know, this mythical, magical future. But looking back, it's like, you know, these people, it's coming out more and more that what they've said versus the reality of the situation have been two very different things. And starting to realize that can be very, very difficult. And allow yourself to go through that grieving process and feel the anger, feel the frustration, feel the sorrow, and know that it won't overwhelm you if you just allow it to flow and process. But I know it can be really easy to want to suppress and repress and project and blame and shame people, where, you know, you and I, we've been aware of more of what's going on and haven't gotten sucked into it, but we're not in a place where we're blaming or shaming or condemning people that, you know, weren't aware. And it comes down to having compassion for yourself, you know, wherever you are, compassion for others. Back to my metaphor I used in a different live we did of thinking about everybody like being, you know, kids on the playground. And with this, you know, these truths that are coming out, it's like a bully just stuck their foot out and a whole bunch of people tripped, and they're all sitting there with skinned knees looking up and being like, I thought you were my friend. And they're starting to see that real nature, and they're hurt and they're hurting. And, you know, just being with those feelings and allowing them and encouraging them. So if you're, whatever side of this you're on, just holding more compassion and love for yourself and others that are in that situation, that's the place to begin. And it's easier to forgive yourself versus, you know, all of the, it took me a long time after my last last encounter with a narcissist and abusive relationship, it took a lot of time for me to be able to extend forgiveness to him. It was easier to forgive myself, but eventually I got to that place because being angry and shaming, blaming, condemning him was only hurting me. And I was able to see, okay, there's somebody that's obviously hurting because no one that was connected to their own true, source of sovereignty, connected to God, connected to their own personal power, nobody would do that from that place. So then I'm able to have empathy and compassion for them and let them off the hook, and myself, where it's a step. It's a step. And if, being angry is a better feeling emotion than hopeless or sorrowful, honor it. Honor it. And, it didn't happen overnight. The gaslighting, the narcissistic abuse, it's not going to heal overnight as well. But just being with yourself through that process and starting to listen to yourself again is really, really important.
Absolutely. That was beautiful. That was everything. And if anybody hears any background noise, they just decided to do my lawn right outside my window and right here. And I tagged you in the video. So it'll be on your wall. So let me just get a sip of water. Yeah, so that was, what?
Oh, I was going to ask if you have some light language to come through for how we can best support the collective during this very wild time.
Absolutely, but I have this idea first what I want to do, and just just to touch what you were saying is it's so true. There's so much fear narratives on both sides of things with both I'm using the V's, right? And it's letting go of all of that, living in your consciousness and your power and the love, because love is the highest vibration. So if there's no agenda attached to, towards anything like attachment, it's like that, no attachment. That's what we said the last time. And I put a post up. I'm open to everything attached to nothing. So having that high frequency vibration of love, will help diminish the fear so we can live in this world and have the compassion and just know how things are and hold the highest frequency, hold the highest love, hold the highest vibration for every circumstance, because the light always comes through and the light always wins. And it's having to go through this that we're going through right now, and riding these waves with the highest intention is going to get us through. And when you you hit a lot about the emotions, and it's okay to be angry about everything, and especially that we were talking about we know what we know, and we share what we know, and then other people have their own agenda because they're sucked into that fear and that control and that narcissistic behavior. And even though we've been there, done that, we know, it's about letting go. We have to love that situation and really, detach from it, because everybody's on their own path and their own journey, because nothing really makes sense. It's bizarro world, right? And and it's being able to live in that truth, but the highest intention, and holding that. And when we hold that higher vibration intent and thought process and know how things are going to be, whether people are believing it or not, right? Because it's that conditioning that they may not at this time, but it doesn't mean that they won't. But continuing that journey and that mindset, they're going to come, because we are the light of the world, right? And everybody is a light, no matter where they are, with anything, everybody is a light, and we are the light, and we let our light shine bright and extend that out to others, and I really believe that a lot of the light workers and truthers are separated a lot. So we have this bigger, we have a bigger reach, energetically, but we're all in different places holding the light for the certain areas. I just wanted to share this too. Let me get a pen. I'm going to use my marker. I'm going to draw something for you. People were asking, you were talking about wrapping. You want to protect yourself as much as you can with white light, Christ light, the violet flame, whatever it is, in situations before dream state, wherever you're out and you're feeling that you need a little bit extra as a protection to keep you high, right? So some people can't visualize yet. Some people just don't know what to do. So this is a simple practice to show you how to bubble wrap yourself and your loved ones. So, oh, look at this. Okay, so say, here's me. Can you see?
Yes.
Here's me. That's me. And then here's, everybody's taller than me. Erica, my daughter, Erica. Can you still see? Yeah. This is me. This is Joshua. He has a cast on his arm now. He broke his hand. And then Zachary. So these are my kids. Okay, I should probably go faster. Okay, and then you have my two cats here. My two little cute little cats right here. Okay, and then here is my house. And this is my roof. And this is my house. Okay, so this is a little exercise on how to protect your family. So you have me, Erica, Josh, Zach, and my house and my animals. So what you're going to do, if you can just picture, and you can put your address on top of this drawing, and if you can just picture a big white bubble wrap around everybody, that will give you enough protection, and that will stimulate your mind to think about the protection, right? It's just really easy. Just draw some stick figures, have your intention of bubble wrapping everybody as protection, and there you go. That's as easy as it gets. I just wanted to share that.
Very simple, but simple things are usually the most powerful.
Yes. Okay, so, all right, so you want to do a little healing and light language on what was it that you suggested?
For how the world can help navigate just the twists and turns that we have come out this week. And we know that there's more ahead, where this is really just the beginning of these waves coming.
Okay, absolutely. So I'm feeling sacral chakra root, grounding, maybe some heart. Dasi ta nat ganiyashna bapati asasisigida shikiniyata sikidata to onoshkoni askana papapashkiniyata tatakasiniashna saho yeni no sito yena sakara loyana sacha shakaniya papapakiniyata kai Doyena sakar kita groshin batakiniya tarshin papakiniya tatashin batakiniya tatashin batakiniya Nonias Loyana sakatiya toshtanapa Yana sakiniya nayana hayas tiano noshtapa. I want to give everybody a blessing. So if anybody watching, just please close your eyes. I'm going to tune in and give you a spiritual blessing from my teacher in India. Okay, here it goes. Close your eyes. Jai Gurdev. You can open your eyes when you're ready. And just stay in the peace and the harmony that you are feeling. Take a couple breaths. Nice.
That was beautiful, Lisa. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. That was very special. I felt the heart. It was going down the base, grounding into Mother Earth, and needing the blessing to calm the energy, because I felt it going through me as well. So, all right. Well, thank you, Alicia. This was wonderful as always.
Yes, thank you, Lisa. And just a reminder to everyone, I have a Manifesting with Crystals workshop coming up this coming Wednesday, the 9th. So check out my page for more information and DM me if you are interested.
Awesome. Thank you. And I have a cute video I'm going to post on crystals. And for me, you can find me at purifyyourlife.com. All right, everybody, have an awesome weekend. Bye for now. Talk to you guys soon.
Bye. Bye.